because you're close at home. I know that Nick Suzuki is close from home too.
Yeah.
And he was raised not so far from you. Did you know him before the NHL?
Yeah. Me and Nick actually we went to school together in London, and it was a small hockey school that we attended at the same time. So I had known him for a little bit before he made it to the NHL.
You went to see Mitch Marner with the London Knights together at this time?
Me and Nick?
Yeah?
No, we were. That was later on when Mitch was in London. I was already playing in the OHL. I think he probably was not far after. He was in Owen Sound or Guelph. I'm not sure which one was first. I think Owen Sound. But we were on different teams at that time.
Okay. How can you describe him as a person? Because I come from Montreal.
Yeah, Nick?
Yeah.
Oh, he's great. I mean, I think he's got a dry sense of humor. I think he was always kind of a quieter guy at school, but I mean, great hockey player. Always worked hard and put in the time. And he was always a little younger than me, so we had different friend groups at the time. But I had always great competitive days with him at the school, and competing against each other was a lot of fun.
What was the team names when you were against him? Do you remember?
I played for Ottawa 67s and Sarnia Sting, and I think he was Owen Sound and Guelph.
Okay, you know it.
Yeah.
How important is it to have this reset? How things were going before?
Yeah, no, the reset's huge. I mean, I think it couldn't have come at a better time for our team. We were all not down, but just frustrated with, because I think our team does a good job of putting in the effort every night, and we just weren't getting the results, so it was a good time to reset.
John Tortorella's name is coming up, obviously, and Jack Adams talks. From your perspective, I know we've talked about this, obviously,
Yeah.
but what does he bring to the room, and what kind of coach is he really on the bench that maybe we don't see from the TV, and
Yeah.
because we sometimes see when he's not in a good mood, but
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think Torts does a good job with, each player has their own way of learning, their own way of, breaking into kind of a player's habits and getting them to follow the same path. And not necessarily every player has to do the same thing, but he gets everyone on the same structure, same path, and then allows us to be ourselves within that. And I think he does a good job of doing that with everybody. And like I said, he has his own way with each player, and he's done a great job with that.
how is he, Ristolainen talks about how he's helped his game grow and develop. Has he done anything similar for you?
Yeah, same thing for me. I mean, I think I've had times with a lot of coaches where, the style I play sometimes, and I've heard Torts talk about it, sometimes I do some wild things, and those things have just kind of put me right in the doghouse and not able to do anything after that. And with Torts, it's kind of been, as long as I work hard on both sides of the puck and I play the right way, then he allows me to play my game, somewhat to how I would prefer to play it.
We'll talk a little bit more about it tomorrow when we chat, but obviously there's been a lot of talk about how you weren't a penalty killer back in the day,
Yeah.
and now you're one of the top guys in terms of the power kill. How have you helped evolve your game, and is that some of it towards also kind of?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've never penalty killed before I got the opportunity here. But yeah, I think I like it because if I'm not in a game, sometimes the power play is not going, 5-on-5 is not going. I think a penalty kill is a good way to get yourself into it and feel like you're contributing. And I also have a lot of fun, me and Lottie, doing it together. So.
If you had to pick, who would be your celebrity co-captain?
I've been asked this a few times. I'm not going to play this game, so I just know I say one, and then they're going to ask why, but not about the others. I think it'd be cool to be on any of the teams.
Who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl?
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know. That's tough because I want to say I think the 49ers, but I can't go against Mahomes and those guys. They just figure out how to win. So maybe I go with the Chiefs.
Are you a Swiftie?
I'm not, no. But my wife loves that
So you know the
drama.
music?
Thanks, Travis.
I don't know any of the other stuff. I just know she wants to get like a hoodie that says something funny on it for the Super Bowl.
Just as a divisional opponent for the Islanders, just what have you seen from Matt Barzal in your years going up against him?
Yeah, I mean, he's always a player you got to pay attention to. You may think that you have him in a spot right where you want him and he's contained and he'll find a way to make a play and make something out of nothing. So, it's been fun. Me and him are the same age and we've kind of come up together, and being able to watch him and what he's been able to do has been awesome.
You guys had World Juniors together, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, did you keep in touch at all during those times?
Yeah, I mean, we I think from playing each other a lot, we've kind of like stayed in touch as far as like after games, just catching up and stuff. But we're busy, and it's hard to do all that stuff. But I mean, we talk from time to time.
Obviously, I think a lot of fans were surprised to find out that you and Bo Horvat were related. Just
Yeah.
what's kind of the extent of your relationship as second cousins?
Yeah, second cousins. Yeah, I mean, early not so much, like in our younger years, but as I got older and started following him, and we started training together and skating together, and we got to know each other really well.
I guess just now, I know a couple hours away from Philadelphia, but
Yeah.
did you guys ever get to see each other during the season?
No, again, like
Yeah.
he's I think pretty busy with his family and hockey, and I'm same thing with the kids. It's tough to get away right now. Yeah.
Travis, I got a couple of rapid fire questions
All
for you.
right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Starting out, who do you think is going to come out on top in the skills competition?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I mean, you gotta think it's gonna be Connor.
Any reason why specifically?
I think everyone's guess should be Connor. That's probably a safe one.
I like it, president of the Connor McDavid fan club.
Yeah.
Now, the Ottawa Senators just had their skills competition. Jacob Chikrin hit 107.1 miles per hour in the
Wow.
hardest shot. At the NHL's hardest shot competition, what's going to be the hardest shot? Exact number.
Exact number? Oh gosh, I don't even know the previous one, so it's just a random guess. Maybe this year will be 103.2.
I like it. Now, the Super Bowl is coming up. Who's your prediction for Super Bowl MVP and NHL All-Star Game MVP?
Super Bowl, I'll go with Mahomes, my guess. And then NHL All-Star MVP, go with Boone Jenner.
I like it. That's a good answer. And now, last question for you.
You gotta pick a celebrity co-captain.
Yager, there we go. Okay, last question for you. Jaromir Jagr's about to turn 52
Yeah.
this month. When do you think he's finally going to retire? Need a prediction on the year?
Oh gosh.
Most underrated player in the game.
Maybe, what is it? 2024. Maybe we go like 28, maybe 4 more years,
Down the middle.
I don't know. He might be still playing when I'm done. I think he just keeps playing.
Who would you
If he
call
outlasts you, I'll be impressed.
He might.
All right, I came up with more questions.
Okay.
All right. If you could have any hockey player, dead or alive, at dinner, you can name more than one if you see.
I'll say I used to love watching Joe McGinley growing up, so I think it'd be a cool one to sit down and talk to. He played on a Canadian team, so like growing up, I loved watching him.
Favorite player growing up?
I knew that was the answer. I didn't want to look at you. I was like, I know you're standing there. Pardon me?
Oh, favorite player growing up?
That was Joe McGinley.
Was it Joe
Yeah,
McGinley?
I would say Joe McGinley for most of my childhood, yeah.
You were a Flames fan growing up, or were you? Leafs fan?
Honestly, I wasn't really any, like, I would say I chose the Flames probably, but like I was closer to Toronto and Detroit and Montreal. These teams around here. I grew up not far from here, but my brother was a huge Leafs fan. But I didn't really have a team. I kind of just jumped from team to team, whoever was winning.
Did you have an Ingilla jersey then as a player?
Not really. Again, I didn't really have any jerseys or anything like that. I was more, like I said, bandwagon. Whoever was gonna win the cup, I was cheering for them.
Hey Travis,
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
All right, so we're asking just all-star teammates of any guys here, just different activities outside of hockey. Who would you pick to do these activities with? So the first one, a triathlon. What 2 teammates that are competing in this
Here,
event? Yeah.
a triathlon.
Triathlon.
Oh man, I don't know. That's a tough one.
Is it tough to kind
Oh
of find
man.
time to
I mean,
hang out with everyone?
The only one I can think of is, you're putting me on the spot here, but I know Boone Jenner from training. He trains really hard. You know, he might not be the fastest guy running, but I know he works hard, so that'd be a good teammate to have with me.
There we go.
So I'll give you one. I don't know another one. I don't
That's
know.
okay.
It's tough.
We'll go with a different activity here. We'll go with a night in. Someone that's going to cook a nice meal for the fellas, and you're just going to enjoy spending a night in.
I mean, I sat beside Aho on the bus. He looked cleaned up, like he could put together a nice meal maybe. I don't know.
There we go. What about a diamond heist? You're organizing a diamond heist. You're master thieves. Who are you picking to rob a bank?
I don't know. Maybe I'll throw Mitch Marner in there for that one.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Other questions in mind? No, go ahead.
Sorry. You know, I've been asking some of the guys about trash talk. So I was just curious, like, what's the craziest piece of trash talk you've ever heard out on this?
NHL All-Star Weekend.
Oh,
What's your take on
I don't
what that
know.
could mean for the growth of the game?
I think the classic one that just gets you is when, like,
More eyes on the sport.
a guy hits you with, like, you just suck tonight, you know, like you're irrelevant, because, you know, the normal, like when you're normally hearing chirps, you're kind of like just brushing them off. But like when you're hearing you're irrelevant, and you're actually thinking like you're probably not wrong, like I haven't done a whole lot. Those ones sting.
Sometimes it's the easy.
Just the basic, yeah, exactly.
Is there a player that stands out when you think of, like, you know, really active trash talkers?
Not really. I mean, I try to just play now and just skate by the bench. You hear it, but
Yeah, Forsberg was saying that he thinks the refs actually get it way worse than the players do to each other.
oh yeah, the refs get it the worst. Oh yeah.
Have you ever heard a ref give it back to a player?
Not really. No. They usually just take it and skate away. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Awesome, thanks, man.
Yeah.
What's the best chirp you've given? You don't have to name the player you gave it to.
I don't have one. I couldn't give you one.
If you were a captain,
Played against Crosby a couple times this season. How much do you marvel at the year he's having at age 36?
Yeah, no, he's having a great year. I mean, it's really impressive how consistent you can be over the course of your career, and you know, he just continues to. You know, it's not surprising to us because when you play against him, you know, you realize how good he is every time he steps on the ice. So, you know, as players, we're not surprised, but maybe from people from the outside looking in, they think it's shocking, but. I mean, it is impressive how every single year he contributes to his team and, you know, finds a way to be so consistent.
Travis, how many tickets are you on to for the weekend?
I don't know, but not as many. There's like a lot of people got them, so.
So they're not. It's not like Tom Wilson or like one of these.
No, it's probably not crazy. No, it's nothing crazy.
We gotta wrap it, guys.
Are you excited with the 3-on-3?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
More open ice?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.